Hey guys, today I want to show you how does the tournament system in RBM look like. So here I'm gonna join a tournament, and this is gonna be a tier 2 tournament, which you can tell based on the way the, the tiers of the soldiers and characters participating in it are. You have units like Imperial Archer or Imperial Infantryman, which are tier 2. So the tournament in RBM scale with combination of your skills and your equipment. So if you buy the best equipment, you're gonna be thrown into a very good tournament. Same with like if you skill up if your skills are very high, even if your gear is quite low, you're gonna go to the high tournament. So you can't cheat your way. But also the equipment should be always one tier higher than is your current estimated tier. So the tournament should be always rewarding, at least in theory. So this is tier 3 racers, and we are fighting in Imperial tournament, and I got couchless in the very beginning, so that's tough luck. But I'm playing with RTS camera, where you can switch to other characters as well, so you can still win the tournament, even if you get knocked out during the team fighting. And I'm clearly fighting here against some better soldier, specifically Imperial Mounted Akritai, which is a noble soldier, so he's better equipped than your average tier 2 soldier. But like these noble troops and some elite mercenaries, they add a bit of a difficulty to these tiers of the tournament. So I'm playing here with the posture and stamina system, but here I realized that it's not going very well. So instead I try to avoid direct confrontation and just try stabbing and couching people from horseback. But again, I'm playing with Imperial Archer here, which is not particularly, character with high riding or polearm skills. So I cannot deal that much damage or ride that fast, but I can avoid also the fighting until there is only one team remaining, which is essentially tactic you need to do here. As you probably know, since you played this game for quite some time. So now I just need them to kill each other, and I could technically just stay in the corner, but like you need some spice in your life, or we can always save scum, can't we, right? Some animal violence, but like I'm removing their horses. But as you can see, like thanks to RTS camera, like this is still winnable. And now at this point, it doesn't really matter whether I am the one that survives or him. He is experienced cavalryman, like Eleftoroi, so he won this exchange. But so this is the next round, and it's quite similar as the one before, but it's only two teams fighting each other. I'm getting a bit overwhelmed here, but we seem to have more cavalry left, while they have more foot soldiers left. But they are breaking through my posture and stamina. So my one-handed skill is decent at this point, like comparable to the soldiers I'm fighting, but unfortunately it was 2-on-1, so life sucks when it's 2 against 1. But we still have 2 cavalrymen left, so this lance is not that practical when going up against, you know, fighting from long distance, and you can see like skill of this character with polearm is pretty low, so he's very sluggish. But it was enough. So now we can go to the final fights. And this one is throwing match and, you know, sword fighting match. But my throwing skill is pretty decent. And we made it so that throwing is more accurate than it was historically, but this is mainly for AI. Like, AI would not be willing to throw their weapons with correct speed if they were not if they were not very accurate with it. So also throwing is kind of like very devastating against like low and mid-range troops, and then it kind of becomes more of a support weapon which you can use to break shields. So in this tournament I'm gonna fight a tier 4 tournament in the Northern Empire. So I just checked what kind of fight are we gonna be having. And as you can see here, like there are tier 4 soldiers fighting in this tournament, because at this point I have better equipment myself. And here I got actually posture broken by this throw. And this was by accident, actually. I just accidentally switched my weapon, but this guy has quite heavy armor, so, and the character I'm playing might have quite low throwing skills, so. But that's generally still deal damage against like medium armor, especially if you have higher skill. And we are fighting here for a tier 5 helmet. So I just wanted to check here, like what kind of fight is this? So it's gonna be some throwing and then two-handed swords, which are actually my favorite weapon in this game, because they just feel the best. Even though people complain like they don't deal that much damage in our mode, but you know, you can always hit more naked parts of the body. If you have high enough skill, you can even deal decent blunt trauma by just swinging. But like thrusting is such a huge advantage which most of other weapons don't have. Like so it's the versatility that makes it so good. Like now this looks like a dodge, but it actually he ran out of posture and got staggered. Now swords are pretty if you can time them correctly. So I'm trying to do last moment parries to drain posture of my enemy much faster. Like, did, but didn't use it now correctly. Also, I'm trying to skill up my two-handed a bit here because it's quite low. As you can see, it's only 13. Like this guy doesn't have much two-handed skill either. So I'm using this opportunity to skill up a little bit, which which is something you can do in both practice matches and tournaments in RBM. Like you can actually get a lot of skills here, unlike in Vanilla game where for some reason they reduced the amount of skill gained significantly here and completely removed skills. Skill grinding in the practice area as well. So in RBM you can use practice matches and tournaments to level up your character. So yeah, you can obviously try it for yourself. You can install RBM and activate the tournament module, and yeah. But we personally feel like this is a more satisfying way of tournaments where you always get a gear that is like one tier higher than you. You get opponents that are roughly your tier, so it's more fair. And maybe in the future we might like big like what kind of reward you get, especially with the new spoil system or something like that, or new economy system. But essentially, there's also a chance you're gonna win like a really good version of the item. So like it shows you the rolls. Like I needed to roll 92 and rolled only 70 to get, I think, legendary version. Yeah, but but that's it really. If you like this kind of content, or you can subscribe if you and like the video. If you like the mod, you can download it and try it for yourself. Have a nice day.